did.
Good morning. It is 13 minutes past 9 o'clock. Welcome back to the program. It's Wednesday, 29th of July, as we welcome our good friend, Dr. Steffany Mohan from Plaza Dental Group into the studio with us because it is a great day to smile, and that's exactly what we're talking about this morning, isn't it?
Yes, we are.
We're talking about a great smile.
You know, people always come in the office and they say, I saw you on a great day, and which is really fun, of course, and they say, those guys seem really fun. And I would say, no.
No, when the cameras are off.
Yeah. No, I always say, yeah, they really are. They're really that nice. And yeah, so.
But a smile is very important.
Very. Yeah. I mean, you know what's funny about a smile is that when you have a great one and you love to use it, there's nothing better.
Right.
And then if you feel self-conscious about your smile and you don't like it, it affects everything in your life because it affects your personality, it affects your relationships, it reflects, you know, all of that for you. So what's really great is that we're talking today about straightening teeth, and we use something in our office called 6 Month Smiles, which is really, really great because it combines a lot of the things that, it's mostly for adults, and it combines a lot of the things that adults really don't like about thinking about straightening their teeth. So it's shorter, which is really great because nobody really wants to be in braces very long.
Well, I remember as a kid being in braces 4.5 years.
I was
it's like,
forever.
I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, no thank
Jason,
you.
did you have braces growing up?
I did not.
You did? I did.
I think I should have down here, but I did not, no.
But yeah, and then they're clear, and so they don't look, you know, when you had them on, they don't look like much.
You don't look like Jaws from 007.
You don't look like Jaws, or, you know, Ugly Betty or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's a really nice combination of kind of a realistic treatment time for adults. They don't want to be in them forever, and it's clear, so it doesn't look like something. And then a question I get asked a lot, though, is, something like that. There's Jackie.
There's Jackie.
Putting lipstick on. What?
No, they're always great about protecting your
Joelle.
mouth because sometimes you can get dried out when you have to do certain procedures, so they make sure you're very comfortable and taken care of. So you have some molds taken first.
Yeah, unlike Jackie, Joelle doesn't love being on TV. But yeah, so I get asked a lot, what age is too old to have braces?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting because a lot of people think they're past the point where they could. But
what's the oldest person you've put braces on?
78.
78?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
Yeah, because they, you know what? They were young, they were healthy, and they decided that they still wanted to be healthy. You know, I mean, still wanted, they had something they'd wanted their whole life. And I actually had 2 patients that were 78.
What's going on there?
Just isolating her, keeping her mouth dry.
Okay.
So we can bond to her teeth.
So you're gluing these things on?
Yep, we're gluing them on.
So it's basically what you think about as braces if you had them when you were younger, but it just is able to happen in a much quicker.
Yep, it's clear, and it's not a typical thing that with braces we're trying to fix everything. With 6 Month Smiles, it's also braces, of course, but we're trying to make the teeth look really nice and straight without trying to be perfect.
All right, Jackie, full disclosure, how painful?
Oh, not bad at all. And maybe that's because I had them when I was younger. I was one of those patients. I had braces for 4.5 years. They were looking great, but I did not wear my retainer afterwards. So
yeah, that never happens.
Yeah, I never hear of that happening whatsoever. So
and that's one of the reasons this exists.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
To kind of say, oops, I didn't do that. So I needed some adjusting. My bottom teeth totally went on their own.
Yeah.
As you can see here, they were not perfectly straight. My top one could have used a little help as well, but my bottom was specifically. So we got the braces on there to help even them out. I did not have to go 6 months to even them out. So 6 months is just a suggestion. But after having them a couple months, they even back out.
6 months is just an estimate that people say, I think I could live with that.
Right. When you say 6 months, that doesn't seem like that bad idea. But just after a couple months, was able to even them out, and it was amazing. My mouth shut better. Eating was more comfortable. Oh. Eating was more comfortable.
News to us, yeah.
It was one of those things. You live with things so you don't realize what you don't have. But then when it's realigned, it's like, oh. It's like that's how it was meant to be.
Your wife's
going to
call and say she wants that for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, obviously, you don't use metal on the teeth like you used to. And what's the wire?
The wire it's coated. It's nickel titanium, which is what we use for pretty much all wires, but it's coated, so it's white or clear.
So it blends in.
So it blends in, yeah. So I mean, a lot of times people come in, and there's several of my office team that have 6 month smiles on, and a lot of people say, I had no idea that
you
you
don't
were
even
wearing
realize.
braces. Yeah,
because I had them on my bottom ones, and you
know.
saw there for quite some time, and I'd be smiling, and you wouldn't even know.
So that's the whole point. I mean, it's natural for people to feel a little bit self-conscious having braces on as an adult,
right?
But because of the time difference, we do Invisalign in our office too, which is great for straightening teeth, but it takes a long time.
And Invisalign does?
Yeah, and it takes commitment and compliance. I mean, people actually have to go home and wear the trays all the time with Invisalign, whereas this is, as long as you don't knock off brackets all day long, eating crunchy, hard foods, you're good.
And not having had braces before, and then after this, do you have to wear a retainer? Or
yes, yeah, retainers are just, what's funny, I always liken it to if you went to the gym every day for 6 months and you got in the best shape of your life and you decided that you were going to stop, what would happen? You'd go right back to where you go right back to where you were in the beginning.
So
Thank you.
Often?
So it's the same thing. You just have to maintain it. And the great thing, I mean, if you could go to the gym for 6 months, be in the best shape of your life, and then maintain it with a retainer, you'd be the happiest person alive, right? Yeah. So it's wearing retainers, and we put on the you can't take it off retainers. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
So how often do you put a retainer in then?
You try to do it at nighttime, or at least a couple times a week.
But she has one that lives in there.
I have one that lives in there, and then one that I can whiten with as well. So it has like a multi-purpose that I can use.
Is the one that lives in there behind the?
Yeah.
Yep.
You put one in the back there that it lives forever and. Stay out of my mouth. Keep talking about it.
Because I've never noticed anything before, and I sit here four very long hours a day, and I've never seen it.
Right.
So
there you go. Some great things. Now we keep talking about this.
It's
for
normal
adults.
for people to feel self-conscious about things, with braces and that kind of thing. But that's why this exists.
And she knows people like me that don't always wear the retainer like they're supposed to. So
well, I mean, that's how you got it.
Give it a fix. That's how you got the.
And I had the exact same thing
place.
happen to me too. So I was the same way.
So you say this is for adults, not for kids. Why are kids different from adults?
So kids, we say the way that we think about kids is that we treat kids idealistically because they have a long way to go with their teeth, and we want them to be as perfect and as straight as possible. I mean, it's not that the teeth don't end up straight with 6 month smiles, it's that we don't go to all the detail that you would go through with a kid. And so we treat adults realistically, because realistically adults don't want to be in braces for 2 or 3 years most of the time. So
she's saying you're a lot closer to death.
Correct, yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Just to get to the bottom line, right? Yeah, bottom line. Okay. All right, now what about cost?
Cost is less with 6 month smiles. I mean, a lot of I think I'm only speculating because I don't know what everybody else charges for braces or whatever. But average, I mean, braces are expensive because it takes a long time and it's a big deal, and you go through a lot of training to be able to do it. So the average cost for regular braces for adults or kids in town is probably about $6,000, something like that. It's a lot.
Wow.
6 month smiles is more like $4,000. So it's still a lot. I know.
No,
yeah, sorry. You shouldn't have kids if you don't want to.
3 boys.
You don't want to do that. So I know.
I'll make them myself.
Parents, when we were kids, it was sort of like the worst teeth in the family maybe that you considered getting that kid braces or whatever. It wasn't for everybody, and now it seems like a lot of kids do get braces, and a lot of adults want them too, because they didn't get to have. We were, the kid in the family that didn't get to have the braces when they were younger. So,
but there are payment plans and things. You can figure out
everybody does
make
payment plans. I mean, that's there are a few lucky folks that don't, but yeah.
All right, now any other questions you might have about this? Easy, just to pick up the phone or just come by.
Pick up the phone. Call us at 612-7148, or we're at dmsmiles.com. So.
Thanks, easy peasy. It's nice to have options out there.
Yeah,
definitely.
Even as adults.
Well, thank you very much. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. It is 9:22. We'll be right back. You're watching Grit Day Live on KCWI.
Aw, you're so
look
cute.
at Kid.